Hello students, today's topic is energy flow in ecosystem. So how the energy flows in ecosystem we will study right now. The solar energy is transformed by photosynthesis to chemical energy, which is stored in plants, and during the plant metabolism some of the chemical energy is transformed into the mechanical and heat energy. The remaining chemical energy is taken by herbivores and thus it goes on passing as a mechanical energy and to the other trophic levels, and it is present into the two forms. One is kinetic and other one is potential energy. In food chain all members have chemical energy as a store which is transformed to potential energy, and it is further changed to the kinetic energy. The oxidation of food produce energy and later used to do any kind of work. We can see in this picture that how the solar energy transferred to the decomposers in the chain in the trophic levels. Like first from sun plants get solar energy and synthesize their food by the help of photosynthesis and converts it into the chemical energy, whereas heat is released and mechanical energy is preserved. This chemical energy transferred to the consumers, which also release heat and preserved as mechanical energy there. They also form chemical energy which is passed to the decomposers. So this moves throughout the food chain. Now energy transfer ecosystem can be explained by the help of laws of thermodynamics. The first law is where energy is neither can be created or nor destroyed, and the second law says that in each step of transformation of energy occurs through a system, thus a gradual loss of the capacity to do work occurs. So transformation of energy occurs, but not whole energy is transformed. So energy reaches to the next trophic level is lesser in comparison to the previous one. So various laws were given to explain the flow of energy in ecosystem. The first law is Lindemann's law, which is also known as 10% law of energy flow. Lindemann in 1942 put forth 10% law for the transfer of energy from one trophic level to the next. According to this law, during the transfer of organic food from one trophic level to the next, only about 10% of organic matter is stored as biomass and remaining is lost during transfer or broken down into the process of respiration. Plants utilize sun energy for primary production and can store only 10% of utilized energy as net production available for the herbivores. So the 10% of energy is only transferred to the next trophic level. When the plants are consumed by the animals, and about 10% of energy in the food is fixed into the animal biomass, which is available for the next trophic level or the carnivores. When a carnivores consume that animal, only about 10% of energy is fixed as its biomass for the higher level. So on each transfer, 80 to 90% of potential energy is dissipated as heat, according to the second law of thermodynamics, whereas only 10 to 20% of energy is available to the next trophic level. So it can be depicted like this: the pictorial view or the graphical representation of the Lindemann's law, where the R1, R2, R3, R4, they show the respiration in various trophic levels. A1 is the first trophic level is a producer which release its energy during respiration, R1, and energy is lost, whereas it gets energy from the solar energy from sun it is getting, and the radiations are absorbed by the producers, and then they use it to synthesize their own food, and then few energy radiations are also dispersed into the surrounding environment. Later on, the producer transfer the energy to the herbivores, which is on the second, and these herbivores also release energy during the respiration, R2. Then it transfers its energy to the carnivores, and then R3 is the respiration. During the respiration, energy is released. Then carnivores at the third trophic level transfer it to the fourth trophic level, which are also the carnivores, and they also release energy during the respiration. So the loss of energy occurs in the form of heat in the outer environment. This was the Lindemann's law. And what are the effects of Lindemann's efficacy law? It says that top predators are very sensitive to changes in the energy flow of an ecosystem, and the amount of energy and space needed to feed animals on a higher trophic level remain larger than the amount of energy expended to forage for it. Thus, omnivores, raccoons, bears, humans, opossum, and many others switch trophic levels depending on the food sources availability. Eating at lower trophic level can support more members of population in an ecosystem. So, it actually explains that the top predators are very sensitive because a less amount of energy reaches to them. So they have to adopt a phenomena where they begin to eat the plants as well as the carnivores, the producers as well as the consumers or the primary carnivores. So they get more energy by feeding like that, and eating at the lower trophic level becomes easy to them to enrich themselves to get nutrition. So this was the effects of Lindemann's efficiency law. Now the next model was given by Odum. According to H.T. Odum and his brother E.P. Odum, they have given Y-shaped energy flow model, and according to this model, it was explained that the grazing food chain and detritus food chains are intertwined together. They are connected to each other. For example, when a herbivore dies due to natural causes, hence it is not eaten by predators. Instead, it enters into the detritus food chain. The Y-shaped model explains how the grazing food chain and detritus food chain remain connected with each other. We can see that like producers, in this picture we can see producers which are taking sunlight. There are the two kind of future they will face. The producers can be eaten by the herbivores, or they can be decomposed. They can die or eaten by the decomposers. So when they are eaten by when they die and eaten by decomposers directly, they are going detritus food chain, whereas when they are moving in the other channel from herbivores to top predators, they are moving into the grazing food chain. It is explained here. Now we will see the Y-shaped model given by Odum brothers, and according to this we are seeing in this picture Y model, which shows the relationship of flow of energy in grazing food chain and detritus food chain. It is explained here. The first trophic level, which is the primary producers are getting sunlight and perform of mechanism which is photosynthesis. Then there is a net production of plants is done, which is Pn here represented by Pn. Then the energy is transferred to the herbivores. One condition is that it is channelized to the herbivores, or other condition may be that this energy is transferred directly to and is stored into directly as a dead organic matter, or it will die. The plant will die and get exported there. On the right hand side it was shown, and in the other case it can be eaten by the decomposers, and again it is stored as a dead organic matter. So this can be shown as a Y-shaped model, where the all energy which is released during respiration is here, which is the main stem of the and it is released in the form of heat. So this is the model which was given by Odum, and it is explained that both detritus and grazing food chains are interconnected to each other. Now the next model which was given is simple Odum model. According to this, the energy flow in ecosystem can be represented by simple way. Here boxes N represents the trophic level and pipes show energy flow. The total light energy which is absorbed D plants is used for photosynthesis, and out of which 1 to 5% is converted into the energy and the remaining is lost as heat in atmosphere. The energy which is accumulated by the plant is primary production. The total energy produced in photosynthesis is gross primary production PG or A. The energy left stored organic matter by plants is net primary production PN. The PN is taken by consumers, of which some energy is unused, and U, some is not assimilated and some is wasted during respiration. The remaining is assimilated and fixed in the form of chemical potential energy, and thus so again repeated in the further trophic levels. Now we are seeing the picture of pictorial representation of simple universal law, where we are seeing the three kind of boxes here. It also explains the 10% law of Odom, where we are seeing the first. Here is the first box which is showing the producers and the production done by the plants, which is Pn. Then it transfers into the solar energy is falling to the first box, which is of plant producers, and heat is released in the form of R. This is the first trophic level of green plants. Then the Pn is the production done by the plants. Then the energy is transferred to the next trophic level, which are herbivores. Herbivores also release the heat energy during respiration, and then it transferred to the carnivores. So these are the channelized form of food chain, where energy is moving through the producers to the carnivores or the top predators. Here we are seeing in lowermost part, we are seeing in this picture that the energy kilocal is released in a day, which is 3000 kilocal, which was falling on earth, and it was used by plant, which is 1500. Then the production done by the plant is only 15 kilocal, and then it is transferred to the next, which are the herbivores, is only 5 and 1.5 and 1.5 which is preserved here. Then it is used here, then it is transferred to the next trophic level, which is only 1.15. So 10% only transferred to the next trophic level. This is explained here, and according to this model of Odom, this is 10% model of Odom. In 1963 it was given. He described that the ecosystem energy flows in unidirectional way. According to Odom, plant receive 3000 kilocal energy from sun, out of which 50%, 1500 kilocal was used by plants, and only 10%, it is not written right here, it is 10%, 15 kilocal changes in the first trophic level from food energy to chemical energy. The energy received by herbivores is only 10%, 1.5 kilocal, and consumers to consumers it reaches only 0.15 kilocal. 10% of energy is assimilated. From the model, it is clear that at any trophic level, from total amount of energy, only 0.001% was used, and rest 99.999% was not used. Thus, this energy flow at each trophic level shows 10% law. 90% of energy while passing the trophic level to the another is wasted in the form of heat form. That is why the food chain should not be long, because the energy reduces as it passes to the next trophic level. The universal model of energy can be also shown by like this. So this was the representation of energy flow in the ecosystem. Thank you.